The Team Quadzilla Mental Fitness Thought of the Day is about transparency, and I'm specifically addressing men. Hi, my name is Chad. Thanks for tuning in today. Unfortunately, we live in an age where masculinity is defined by all sorts of arbitrary measures. How much weight can you lift? How many wild and dangerous adventures have you experienced? How much pain can you endure? How much whatever, you get the idea. The one thing I hardly ever hear as a measure of masculinity is how transparent or vulnerable one is when it comes to their struggles or insecurities. Our society has cultivated this false belief that a real man keeps certain things private, that masculinity isn't about being open and authentic, but being quiet and solitary. Sadly, though, this is not the case. In fact, quite the opposite is true. So listen, transparency and vulnerability is not only commendable, it's extremely masculine. Here's 3 reasons why. First, transparency says, I'm not afraid to take some heat. Masculinity, by its nature, implies that you are able to stand up to the repercussions of what you do, hence the term man up. Transparency is all about sharing your inner struggles, failures, and shortcomings with the understanding that there may be some hard questions to follow. Transparency says, I have issues, but I'm man enough to face them, to own them, and even talk about them. True masculinity invites a healthy challenge. So, number 2, transparency requires trust, and trust requires risk and courage. When you get vulnerable with a friend, you're basically opening up your life and trusting them to treat your personal information with the respect and honor it deserves. And let's be honest, we've all had our trust violated, and we've been let down and kicked in the gut probably. But real men get back up every time they're knocked down. Real men say, I'm not afraid of a little disappointment or vulnerability because I can stand it. You see, masculinity is all about strength. And I'm not talking about physical strength, but strength of character and mind. Being transparent, vulnerable, and accountable is all about trust. And only real men have the character to do that. Third, being transparent and accountable requires action. Masculinity is not passive. That's not to say that you can't be a manly man and be a peacemaker or a pacifist. Even the act of peacemaking in and of itself requires action. It's very deliberate. However, in general, masculinity doesn't allow for a I'll just sit around and wait for life to happen kind of mindset. So get this. Why are male leaders generally seen as masculine? Because they take action. Simply put, they're deliberate in making life happen rather than waiting for life to happen on its own. So stepping out and being open or authentic is a choice, and a brave one at that. You can't be truly open without a decision to do so and then taking the action to follow through. And the openness only happens when someone leads the way. Being open and vulnerable is uncomfortable for sure, but it is also manly. Transparency requires bravery, trust, and leadership. A man who possesses these qualities is someone who will be respected and followed. And to me, that's pretty manly. So thanks for watching the Mental Fitness Thought of the Day.